Hello, welcome to Down with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll on Twitch. I am DM Scott. With me, as always, -1.
Killian it's a day. Maven playing Maven Corpse Flower, a Circle of Spores druid who forgot how to speak, apparently, but is excited to be here.
And Mick playing Holliver, a rock gnome relic hunter, rogue/warlock. Also happy to be here. And barely made it through that.
Chris playing Viet, a ranger barbarian peace cleric. Yeah, I don't. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, this bodes real well for tonight. Everyone, we're looking forward to being here, but no one I feel like has not had a week.
We'll get there.
Woo! All right. We don't really have any announcements tonight. But we do have merch. So, Redbubble, you can go there. Is the links below? Maybe?
Yep. Yep.
monstersofroll.com/shop. I just put in my order for a Maven pillowcase and a logo coffee mug. So I'm very excited to sleep with my own face. It's a dream come true.
You don't normally sleep with your own face every night?
I'm not next. I don't get to look at it.
Okay.
I don't sleep with a mirror. I should.
I just thought maybe you took it off and put it in the closet or something for safekeeping during the night. And there's something maybe
I let it air dry. Yeah.
I can't sleep unless I'm wearing someone else's face. I thought that's where you're going.
Okay, Buffalo Bill.
A nice bottle of Chianti.
Oh my God.
So, last time on Down with Dragons, our group was, in a hallway deep below, Hailstone. And there was a roar. There was a door. It was opened. And inside, there was a bridge leading all the way across to the other side of the room that had another large door, a very elaborate, but very simple key system type lock. Not traditional keys, but more of crystals or something like that'd be placed into it, more of a shape. And kind of backtracking a little bit, and with a familiar checking things out, and gang splitting up just a tiny bit. Seems to be this is the royal concubine area, and each one kind of has its own little fun little area, and there might be themes involved. 7 of them to be specific. In no way is that a dead giveaway.
7 deadly themes.
I don't know, Shaban. And upon kind of re-coming together, there's a greased up Zash who didn't return with Maven, and
he looks good.
He looks
I'll give
great.
him that.
He was enjoying himself, and and one of our party members ran, after them, June, not being here, and ran back down to there. She's totally going to handle this, so we'll check back with her and Zash later. That being said, Holliver and Viet and Maven are all now back together, standing kind of up on this bridge overlooking the areas. Holliver managed to, come out fairly well after, minus apart in a way, but that is where the camera pans back in as Juniper goes running down the trail leading to where Maven had just come from, and Zash apparently is down further in.
Neat.
What shall we do?
So are we still we haven't crossed the bridge yet?
The bridge has been crossed once,
Okay.
immediately went all the way to the other end.
Ginormous wall with these like right those little blocks where you stick the shapes in type.
Yep.
Something to
Oh,
stick
yeah,
with shapes.
I
There's
struggle
7 of
with
those.
those.
Hmm.
Yep.
I struggle with those.
So we have 1. So now we're on that
Okay.
main bridge, and there's
Okay.
6 other. Well, there's 7 different paths. One
Okay.
that one the not sloth, but the
No, that copyright.
The
yeah.
tired one.
Can you copyright? I think that's in public
No,
domain.
I know you can't. I'm just
Yeah, I think it's a little
anyway.
more than 70 years old. We can go with that.
Okay, should be safe.
Yes.
Should be safe.
So we've got 1. I don't know what scared Maven off out of the rumpus room, but
I'm a married man. I can't engage in rumpus.
we got
Unfortunately.
5 other paths that we could take now. So
Cool. Are they color coded at all?
No, they are not.
Okay.
But we have 2 keys, right?
oh
Yeah,
wait, yeah, Oliver
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's
Oliver
right.
and Short Round went after the other one.
Yep,
Yes.
and Viet came back
Oh.
with 1 too. That is correct. Yes.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Forgot about that part.
Yeah.
So we
Short
have
round. Short
Short
rib.
round's the best.
Short rib. Short round.
Short rib. Yeah.
Short round.
Well, we have some options. We can divide and conquer.
Yep.
We run the risk of running into trouble. However, based on the last rooms, this is kind of like a sex palace. So, like, I'm not horribly worried.
Ours was not being Sex Palace.
Okay, well, it is if you're determined. This is it's what?
Did you
It's
just say you were a married woman a minute ago?
what? I know how to have fun. Other people can have fun.
Mm.
But this is, this is like
Is Zash
trophy
being
room.
okay?
Oh, he's
Is my
great.
brother being okay?
Yeah, my brother's fine. He's
And will
great.
Captain Juniper be okay there too?
Probably. Yeah, I think she was gonna go get him.
That
So,
she
we'll be
says she muttered something about that when she ran out.
Yeah, yeah. I stopped listening about right away.
Is this her coat? Did she take her coat off on the?
Is
Maybe
it?
just we just
Is it her
Oh my
coat?
goodness.
maybe
Oh
just
my goodness.
hold on to this
Good
for
for
Yes.
her. Come on, June. Yes, queen. So do you guys want to divide and conquer, or do we want to go together? I feel like it's less conspicuous if it's just one person.
I
Do
feel
you know
like
what I
don't
mean?
want witnesses.
Maybe. Okay, what my marriage is my business, and we
We
have an
are
arrangement. He
Stronger
was a rat.
together.
We are stronger together. That's true. And we can go together. That's fine. I'm just thinking how we want to do this. I mean, we still have what?
Viet will be kind of
4?
sidling over next to Oliver a little bit. Just like he doesn't want to be left behind here on this one.
That's totally fair.
I think it's good.
Winner's short round.
Well, yeah. To my point, it's good to have buddy teams. Short round proved helpful in a pinch.
Okay.
So, at least for safety's sake, or if needed, sacrifice sake. I mean,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
maybe we should pair up.
Okay. Well, there's 3 of us. Hard to pair up through a group of 3. So how about we squad up?
Quincy can go with you.
Quincy's
Fenris and
not.
Manny are already paired up there looking down on the other room. But Quincy can go with you.
Yeah.
Or
Fenris
Quincy
has
can go with
pants on.
me.
Yeah. He's not much of
Maybe
a talker.
You and Oliver and Quincy and I could pair up.
Now that I've said it out loud, I don't feel safe leaving either of you alone. So let's go together.
Yes, and yet, in Gnomish, pair is a really loosely defined term. So, just a tiny group.
Is that left over from when you didn't know numbers?
No,
Sorry.
that just kind of comes in handy for Gnomish cultural mores, if you get my drift.
I do not, but I don't want to know. Onward.
I don't know what would surprise you at this point.
That's true.
Considering where we are.
Yeah, that's true, actually. So which one do we want to go down? I mean, do they? Okay, can I do a perception check to see if there's any difference between the tunnels?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. All right. I have my character sheet up. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. You're prepared.
I had D&D Beyond up. I just didn't
That's
have my
something. That is
character.
something.
Okay, here we go. Perceptione.
That is
That's a 2 plus 6, giving me a beautiful 8.
Perfect. Roll me D4.
A D4? Okay. And that is a 2, my friend.
So you kind of look over the areas, and from like the start of them, you really can't tell. They're like not super well lit until you get closer down there. So you kind of start to get the vibe of like, you just can't quite see. It's hard to tell. Plus, there's all kinds of incense burning in some of them, and
For sure.
so you just start wandering down one of the paths just so you can get a better look.
Mhm.
And as you start to get down the path, you will see that it starts to like all of a sudden there's like just beautifully filigree gold railings, and there's silk just gently wrapped around it going down, and there's like you can start to see like the bottom steps almost look like it's a really elaborate like tiling, and then you look a little careful. It's like, did they do like gold piece tiling like on the floor? Like the floor is made of like gold pieces,
What?
right? Like that's so tacky, but yet I mean, if you could afford it, why not?
I mean, what a wanton display of wealth. I'm here for it.
yeah,
Viet will lick it just to see.
Oh,
it's gold, man.
not chocolate coins?
This is good stuff.
Good stuff. And yeah, as you get down that far and where it turns into that, you just like it is the most like very quick. You see, like this is the party. This is everyone is wearing someone's collection. There's waiters, there's fine drinks, there's banquet food, and just very soft yet just the right level of like string orchestra kind of playing just at that perfect volume where you can totally talk, but yet it's right there. It's like not overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
And very quickly, like all of a sudden, as you kind of after inspecting the stairs and just kind of picking up the vibe, there's this like server who's just wearing, I mean, for just the help, dressed to the nines.
Yes.
And looks at the three of you. Were you invited? Are you on the list? Should you be announced?
No, I was trying to find the bathroom.
Oh, how quaint. And
To powder my nose, I have to change, obviously.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And he then looks at Oliver and Viet and just.
Viet has had his back turned at this point and has pulled his bedraggled blue beard out and put his blue beard on because he thinks that's fancy.
Oh yeah.
Oliver is
there is a beard code,
the coins.
What was that, Oliver?
Oliver is inspecting the coins to see like where they're from, what mint they are, and what if he can find any.
Are all dragon coin, gold coin. Like they are definitely from one of the capitals. They are like they're like in the last couple of years. Like these are good, fresh. No one's ever traded hands with these. Like these are nice.
Ooh. Wow, interesting.
This is like if you must, he'll just kind of snap his fingers and two a little bit larger clad kind of walk up, still dressed very nicely, but a little bit more of the monkey suit, literal term to it. And they're just kind of bathroom is this way. And they just give you a real suspicious eye as it'd be rude to not let you use the facilities and hopefully stop looking like homeless beggars.
Very that. Fair. I have a plan for this. Kind of. Bear with me. Okay.
I can't wait.
Not you.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
You're
No.
just speaking so loudly.
Yes, I think I'm trying to battle. There's a lot of robes. You see many layers of fabric. I need a game plan for that. I need my manservants to come with me, though, as I of course will need their assistance. So follow me,
But man.
gentlemen.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Please
Should I be
accompany
bringing
me.
all of our gold and gems too?
That will not be necessary for now, but we might be wanting to pay a tribute later. We'll see how that goes. So let's to be seen in such a state, it's quite embarrassing. So if you'll excuse
Shameful,
us.
Indeed.
Indeed. Okay, you not nice. I'm gonna go now. Goodbye. And we walk towards where they said the powder room, the bathrooms were.
Yep. And you're being escorted.
Why? Fair.
I mean,
I get
right
it.
now to them, you're trash. I mean,
That's fair. That's fair. I kind of just look at our accompaniment and I say, a little privacy, please.
And they escort you to like this kind of opening and like it almost looks like a tunnel for like a cave tunnel.
Mhm.
And they just both turn around and just put their backs to the wall. And basically you can go in.
Mhm.
And it is the closest thing to like medieval fantasy modern bathrooms as you can get.
Gross.
But all plated
I
in
mean-
gold. Yes.
And there's ivory.
I'm
It
not
is-
licking anything in here, just to be clear.
Smart.
Just smirked.
Um,
So you all go in. They don't stop you,
Okay.
but they are waiting right outside.
that's
Yeah.
fine. They can do that. That's totally cool.
They will. They planned on it.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's
Phil
cool.
will
They
start combing his beard in the mirror. Make sure he's good.
So I have
Hair and makeup. Perfect.
I have two ideas. You chime in. Well, actually, can I do a perception check to see if there's anyone else in the bathroom?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. It's a nat 1.
Clear.
I don't trust that at all.
Yeah, you do. You look out. You
I
bend
know.
down. You look underneath the stalls. We're good.
All right. Okay, I'm going to try to keep, I'm not saying this. This is Killian talking. I'm going to try to keep up this act. Just in case. No, I don't think anyone's there. I'm not going to metagame it. So I don't think anybody's there. I'm just going to kind of lower my voice and say, okay, so we need to blend in. That's not really our forte. So I was kind of banking on people being in here so we could knock them out and take their clothes. But I can't find anybody. So what should we do?
Viet and I will make you a dress.
Out of what?
Well, what do we see around?
Toilet paper.
Dark,
How much of that hair did you save yet?
misty.
Avant-garde, actually.
Ooh. Yes, we will make something here. He'll get the bag of holding out and he will dig out the chest of gems and he's gonna start like fussing with Maven's like look like he's gonna fuss with Maven's hair, but then realizes it's Maven's hair and he hesitates. He's got like handfuls of gems.
Okay, well, actually, this is a great idea. So, but the hair, probably
Tuck
not
one
on.
behind your ear quick.
Oh, thank you. Oh, like a little flower. I look beautiful. I'm ready for the town. Okay, Scott, I'm going to ask you if I'm able to do this because I don't know. So we have confirmed that my coat is magic or made out from a god's cutting, right? That like chia seed, like chia sprout type situation.
More or less. I mean, it's a magical cloak for sure.
Yeah. And I believe, okay, what if I cut up my cloak to be kind of like a little toga-ish style situation? Take off like obviously all the 25 layers of underrobes. But like, and then adorn it with like some of our jewels and stuff. So it's kind of like a history, like a
like
I can make up
jewels on a bed of moss.
Yeah.
Like a
Gorge.
mix of nature and
Gorge. And I could
yeah, make me
animals.
sound like Quincy a little bit here now.
I could conjure animals and have like some deadwood animals surrounding me too.
Okay.
It's like an experience. It's not an outfit, it's an experience. And that isn't that what art people say?
Totally. Okay. So
If it doesn't work,
Mhm.
Oliver's already working on something, not noticing you've got an idea.
Okay, bet works for me.
It's handing out jewels to Oliver too. And then he's starting to weave some into his beard.
Oh.
okay, let's start off, Maven.
Mhm.
First off, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Great. I've been rolling really badly, so this will be great.
You got those out of the way.
17.
See?
Yes. I just have to doubt myself and then it works out.
Perfect. Continue doubting. Now make me a nature check.
Okay.
I don't believe in you. How about that?
But I don't either because that's a 12.
Okay. I was trying to go with what you were saying.
I know. It's okay.
And now roll me a performance check.
Okay. Woo, that's an 8.
Okay.
That's a sweet little 8 right there. Mm-hmm. That actually, that tracks. So
that tracks. Oliver.
Yes.
For the next several moments, this is going on. What is it that you said you distractedly start working on?
Okay, so like I said, I would start working to make Maven a dress. But this might turn out to be kind of an Emperor's New Clothes sort of situation because all the material I have around here is rock, toilets,
and quite a few layers of clothing that Maven starts to strip off as she is putting together her own thing. So there's also many.
Yeah, you have like
garments.
25-ish linen robes with many holes in them.
Okay, so now as long as you're already naked, I have used my summon shadow spawn ability to summon my shadow spawn and tell it to take the form of a very form-fitting dress.
That's so smart.
That is always in constant movement, such that it like cutouts of runes just kind of weave throughout your form and reveal, a little bit of little skin at a time, but nothing too much. And hope that works.
That's way better than my idea.
So the dress basically just walks over to you.
Perfect.
Yeah, give me
You doing?
I just want to check one thing. I like this so much. Okay, so as you kind of focus and start to kind of put this together. And obviously it'll take the appropriate slot. And this lasts, you have to maintain concentration on this.
Yes.
You turn around, basically you're focused and you're ready and you're just holding the energy ready to go. And you turn around. And if you remember in The Little Mermaid, what Ariel put together from like the sea sail with like just like it's this mossy shape, like as she tries to cut into her cloak, it just like immediately it's like, oh, that's not gonna cut. It's a magical cloak. Okay, that's not, you know what, maybe it'll stretch, and it does seem to want to give a little bit. And so you're like, I can totally, you just like cinch a thing here and you like, what do you think? And everyone's like,
with the jewels.
oh yeah, with some yeah. And just like you just hear that one go ding 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 ding, you know. And Oliver's definitely, he's like, I think I can do better.
I'm so glad you're here.
So as you kind of start to, you know, unknot your ropes that you've tied around to hold this into place, and you know, all of a sudden this shadowy form steps out from his shadow and just stands up and almost drapes itself to look just like you, standing like just a shadowy form standing right in front of you, and then starts to mimic you just a little bit, and then just almost like it leans into you and then just molds into this very close fitting, very flattering and slightly almost moving, misting shadow across your form. And it is, however, you will get that thing in your head of just like, oh, right, we have an hour, otherwise things turn into pumpkins, you know?
Well, we'll be quick. I don't know that though, so I'm ready.
You look fabulous.
Yes, I'm gonna my hair's long enough. I'm just gonna tie it up with a little piece of twine, you know, try to do elegant, but you know, laid back updo. Throw a little gem in there. I'm ready. I'm ready to go back out. But we have to, what can we do for you two? Okay. I mean,
show her the beard already.
Yeah, yes.
It's like, I'm great, you know.
Yeah, honestly, I like it. That seems cool to me, but I also relate to crows and I like to collect shiny things. So I'm going to defer to you, Oliver. What do you think we should do? You've got great style.
Yeah, I might have blown all my inspiration on you just now.
Here.
Yeah, we'll take one of Maven's robes and just kind of wrap it around him theatrically.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that actually.
And it might be dragging in the back a little bit.
Still with all your normal accoutrements. Just
my entire, all my gear.
Yep.
Oh my God, I love it.
Love it. However,
I will just prestidigitate a gold mask on my face.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that a lot. Hang on, let me check. I can't remember if I have this spell or not. Give me 1 second. God, all of these are offensive spells and none of them are helpful.
Tend to be a little aggressive. I mean,
yes. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't have anything really. The only thing I could maybe see is if I used conjure animals and I could convince you to let me conjure a bunch of moths. Just a lot of moths to cover.
Oh, yeah, that's a good look.
Viettes. I don't know.
Oh,
something cool. You know what I mean? Something really cool.
He again shows her the beard.
Spend the slot.
Okay. I'm
I'll
gonna spend it at 3rd level.
Okay. And what color are they?
I'm so glad you asked. They are like a purplish brown, so like a plummy color. with these stark ivory rings around them, kind of like the little eye part of the wing of the moth. And so it gives this really beautiful contrast. And because of the cape that he has on, I want them to kind of arrange themselves like scales as much as they can down the little cape. And I think that would
eyes
look
will
really
just
nice.
get huge. If this
So
happens.
that, yeah, suddenly just, some fireflies, the cloak kind of, are you still wearing the cloak, or is that being left kind of with your gear behind? Not you, Maven.
Oh,
I'm just wondering.
Oh
'cause you're
no,
wearing
I'm
this
naked under here.
Okay.
Fully.
What are you doing with all your gear?
I'm going to fold it up nicely. And
are you wanting me to put that in bag too?
Yes, I was going to ask if you would put that in there for me.
Okay. So yeah, almost emerging from the shadows of this dress, then all these little fireflies coalesce, come together, and then burst into just a cloud of moths that fly, and almost like they're on just a beeline for Viet, and just all start to land and collect, and they form around you almost, and like actually making like the actual robe that you wrapped around yourself look good, and they start to push it around almost like that sash like a noble would wear, and the rest of you looks like you're wearing scale armor.
Are they in
And
my,
it
on
has
my
that
beard
color.
too?
Oh yeah, they're all through there, and every now and then they'll like move their wings and make that brown shift to the other color, giving it a look of like these scales that are living and fold and move and change the
thousands
color.
of eyes.
Yep, and thousands.
That's not going to give him nightmares. Okay.
Oh no, they're friendly, I promise. This is one of the few deadwood creatures that you want to encounter.
Just one thing I want.
Quincy, you're looking good. I think you don't think you need to change anything.
He's beautiful. Did Fenris put on pants?
Okay, you've got to maintain concentration too.
Yep.
And it lasts for 1 hour.
Yes.
Okay.
Deal.
Everyone's focused.
Yes. On the plan. The plan.
Yeah. Focused.
Poison.
Concentrating.
Poison for Cusco. We got this. Okay. Well, you all look beautiful. Okay. Let's do this. Let's see if we can fool them into thinking we're somebody.
And you all kind of just give each other that we're good, we got this poise.
Elegance.
And then in the corner next to you, there's like the washroom servant who's like, Mint. You all do look much better than you. I'm not even here. I'm sorry.
Oh no, thank you,
it's a skill.
darling.
It's
I'll
a
take a
skill.
mint. You're too kind. You're too kind. Thank you.
I love what you're doing with your voice. It sounds just like all of them.
I am one of them. At least I'm trying to be. So, shall we away, boys?
Let's
Yeah, we'll
go.
make a big sweeping bow.
Oh, beautiful. I will offer both of my arms.
Oh.
Let's go.
Escort me.
Mm-hmm. And we go back out.
Okay. You're all in disguise. Yeah. You're all in
I don't know
disguise.
if you have Oliver tucked under your arm or what, but
Yeah, kind of. I forgot how short you both are.
I'm an
maybe we'll just
accessory.
hold on to your forearm. Hold
Yeah.
on to your, hold on to your elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you try to like grab onto the leg or something, your hand goes right through the shadow, and you're like, oh, that's a naked hip. That's
Perfect. Yes, we come up to the guards and I just go
yeah. So as you walk out, they're both just kind of standing there, relaxed attention, and then all of a sudden, improvement, and he kind of waves over, and the servant who is by the stairs just looks over, and he's like, oh, and he just kind of gestures to the rest of the room.
Thank you again for showing us the facilities. I do apologize for our bedraggled state, travel clothes, but
Is there anything that needed to be burned in there?
you're very funny. No, I left them with the attendant, so I'll collect them later.
We'll make sure he is thoroughly scrubbed.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Cleanliness is next to dragonliness.
Exactly, it is.
Well, let's go and mingle, boys. Let's turn up the party, as it were.
Dial it up.
Yeah. Quick cue, because I was not here last session. Do we know roughly the shape of the objects we're looking for?
Not really. Just from what you've gotten, they seem to be like, even the two you have,
Okay.
they're similar-ish. They're made of crystal.
Okay.
They're, beyond that, it's, it's not that big. It's just, the perfect
Sure.
crystal fit.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense. And let's do a turn about the room. We can fan out if you two want, or we can stay together.
As you say, fan out, all of the wings just go,
Oh, I do love that.
Just kind of freeze a little bit.
Yeah. Oh.
I do not want to be left alone with these.
That's fair.
They're
Okay.
watching you. It's all right.
They are good to have on your side. I tell you what. Just as deadly as they are beautiful. God, I love these moths. Okay.
Yeah, as you do look down after she says that, you just look into one of the moths and it does have canines. It's like,
Also, don't touch them. They're very poisonous.
Excellent.
Should have said that earlier, shouldn't I have? But it could come in handy. So, all is not lost. Yes. So what do we see? What do we see here?
So very quickly, it's a party. It's a very elegant affair. There's music. There's people moving here. There's some people dancing. Everyone is enjoying themselves very much. But they're definitely near the front of the room where there's the kind of opening where there's a little bit more dancing and people moving here and there. There is very quickly on the other side of it, this kind of area where it seems to have like almost an altar where, where normally it'd be like the gifts for, parting gifts and the swag. It's very much an offering area.
Yeah.
And
fair.
Right behind that, raised up above that, there is a throne. And you see this very think the most pomp of it's definitely gotta be a wig, but maybe not, of that exaggerated cartoon French kind of hair, and seems to be a male Eldrin in all that kind of French ruffles and the suit coat, and Eldrin long exaggerated ears. Cannot hear you.
Yeah, sorry. My fire alarm went off. Someone's cooking in my house.
Who is sitting on the throne and just looks utterly bored. And is watching as different people are making little offerings and just oh, can I? And there's just kind of barely just moves an eye and they oh, sorry, and they just move on, and it's just kind of this slow rotation of the room of people enjoying themselves, having fun, making an offering, disappointment, move on, shame, and circulate. That is what you see, and everything is gorgeous, like the marble dance floor, and there's gold filigree on everything, and to the nines. Your escorts, because you are just overwhelmed with the shine of everything, almost like there's alarms in your ears
Oh, yeah, there were. That's crazy. Again.
Viet, however, what are you doing as you kind of see all of this and you just see Maven trying to contain, just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Uh,
I'm gonna open a window. Be right back.
Do what you gotta do.
what do we do here? Everything's so shallow and hollow and disgusting, and I don't even know how to relate to these people.
He will whip out his fancy fan and kind of probably sets off the butterflies again.
All of them just like, yeah.
Seems you picked up more culture than I've ever imagined yet. Hey, maybe you should be the face today.
You do see, as you know, this little exchange happens, you will like notice the Eladrin kind of turns and actually is looking in your direction. Curious.
It will kind of give Maven a thump with his elbow.
He's looking. I think we kind of cobbled together a interesting look, at least.
Maven.
You should get bumped and just like, what?
Maven. And Viet will bump Maven with the elbow. He's got his fancy fan out, and the Eladrin is on the throne is looking at us now.
Yep. Paying attention.
Thump Maven. Let's go. You should be going, yes?
Yes, we come closer. Okay. I hold his gaze.
As you get closer, especially as you get closer, you kind of cross the edge of the dance floor. You do see, like, the eye is has noticed all three of you, but is definitely paying attention at least to the fan at the moment, actually.
It's shaking the fan even faster as he's
just stress. It's starting to blow your beard back a little.
with the poisonous moths.
Perfect.
They're just
don't worry. You have to touch them. It's not airborne. You're fine.
Touching me.
They are being touching me, Maven.
No, they're not. They're touching the cloak.
This one is crawling a little bit.
No, they like you. It's okay. Also, I'm not really sure if they have the same effects as the actual moths because they are spectral fey creatures. But regardless, does he? So he's taken a notice. He's looking at Viet right now, waving his fan.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look intrigued?
Roll me an insight.
Okay. You guys, I've been reading a lot of like Regency romance, so this is just getting me. That's a 2 + 2 4. So
I don't know the special codes to signal things to my girlfriends across the.
He seems he's definitely watching you, but whether he looks annoyed or he looks intrigued, it's hard to read. But I mean, he looked bored before. He's now at least looking at you.
Okay.
Whether that's good or bad, I mean.
Yeah. I think we should go and offer some of our jewels. What do you think? Everyone else seems to be doing so. We don't have.
He seems bored with that.
We could offer him
need to
something else.
Change it up.
Yeah. We could. A dance. Viet, you should dance with him.
Forbidden dance.
What, me?
You both? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's approach and pay our deference at the very least.
I'm
All
thinking
right,
my
so
dance
you
card is
make-
full, Maven. I'm gonna eat the corpse flower.
I got it.
So as you all get up to like the little altar in front of the throne, very openly watching you all approach, kind of
Yeah,
a
we'll take-
swirling glass of wine.
One of the jewels from his beard and set it on the altar.
Didn't even watch you like follow the gem hitting the table. It was just like just still staring right at you.
Being so mysterious.
So coy.
Honestly, that's gonna get his intrigue. I deep curtsy, as deep as I can get without falling on my face.
Viet will mimic her because she seems to know what she's doing.
Whatever, yeah, whatever. It's 2022. You curtsy, I don't care.
And luckily, I mean, as well in this dress, it totally there's no restrictions. It's free, but yet it forms around you. You know,
It splits up the legs and then reattaches. And
Oh, I love that.
you know, the edges almost do its own curtsy, pulling itself up a little. You know,
Oh, cute.
Mhm.
Hail and well met, Your Majesty.
enjoy the respect, but majesty is not for me.
What would you prefer that we call you?
Your host is fine.
Very well.
What is that lovely little trinket you have?
Which one?
Well, you're all adorned in so many, but
The
that one's interesting.
fan?
Ah, yes, the fan. I mean, it's so much more than that, isn't it?
Could be.
Chris.
I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. It's simply a mechanism for keeping cool.
Oh, indeed, but it has an aura.
Hmm.
And all these little trifles are so boring. There's so many of them. So many offer the same things over and over. And as you can see, I have so much of the same. But I don't have that.
It is being good for keeping you cool. Makes your temperature very good. Like when you're camping, makes the temperature feel better.
Mm.
And you can, I
Helps
was
you
told you
start
can
fires.
find other things for it too. It is made of special spider silk. It was given to me by a good friend, the dancing lady.
A dancing lady gave it to you.
Mhm.
How intriguing. Are there many of them in the world?
I have never seen one like this before.
Either
Oliver, have you ever
I.
seen one like this before?
No.
Hold it in front of Oliver's face for a little bit.
No.
It's one of a kind. Custom made.
I suppose. I mean, are you making such an offering?
That's not for me to decide. However, we did notice you have become quite bored of all the pomp and circumstance, and
Oh no, I'd never get bored of that. I get bored of the dull offerings. The pomp and circumstances required. It's part of what's enjoyable in life.
fair. Have you considered telling them to spice it up in the realm of offerings?
So many times they can't even figure that out without me telling them, but then it's not even fun anymore because I already want it.
Right.
I want to be
right.
surprised. I want to be wined and dined and given something unique. An
Viet will
experience.
fold the fan and just kind of hold it out over the table and kind of...
He's playing hard to get. I will defer to my coquettish companion here.
What'd you say?
Coquettish companion.
Oh, I thought you said cokehead.
No.
Like cokehead is, that sounds like what?
No,
I mean,
no.
it fit in this crowd probably, but I mean,
Probably.
three
Yes,
people
looking-
behind you, like what?
If Viet's looking around for a coquettish companion, he doesn't know what coquettish means, but he's looking
That's
around
fair.
for somebody too.
And I just gently touch his shoulder. That's you, dear.
Me? Oh,
Mhm, mhm.
I
It
mean,
is
you
your
almost
fan.
all completely just adorned in beautiful, unique auras of splendidness. Feels like you have more than enough to spare.
beard is not for sale.
You've got us, but I think you're missing something, and it happens to be a gem of the most unique and exceptional quality that you will not find anywhere. You can go for our little trinkets if you like, but if that piques your interest, allow me to show you what I mean.
I'm intrigued. Go on.
Well, first I think we need to dance.
Oh, and he'll just like clear the floor, and just everyone moves on, like, and just gestures by all means.
Well, gracious host, would you please join me on the floor?
With someone as common as you? No, never.
Ah, well, then it'll be forever unknown to you.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm so great at these. Okay,
It will
15.
kind of toss his fan around Holliver's behind and around Holliver's head.
So they you see, like, there's a little bit of a like as you say that, like, you know, it's like I can't merely just exit my throne and mingle with. Do you have any titles? Do you have anything to sweeten the pot? I mean, what if all of this is utterly disappointing and all you do is hurt my reputation? Do you have anything to offer to secure a dance with me?
I don't, but I beg you to peruse the reaction of all the other attendees as they wait breathlessly to see if you'll accept my invitation. Is
It
that
is
not
delicious.
valuable enough
It is
to
delicious.
pique your interest?
I'm gonna make a roll. You just see a little bit of like a little of the greed in the eye. And then in a really like quiet, just so you three could hear. Offer me the fan. And I shall dance.
Well, the fan is not mine to offer. And if you decline the dance or add any other terms,
Is Viet holding out the fan? You'll see.
Oh, we're totally gonna
him
steal it
stand
back.
up and just like flare out his bottom of his coats, come easing down like in these, and they're like basically like they look like metal gold slippers, and you can just but like you can see there's just like padding on the bottom, like velvet padding, comes down and graciously takes the fan and quickly whips it out and just starts to like, oh, this is most excellent. We shall dance, and I shall be part of it. Everyone, follow to the rhythm. And he just looks down at you and is like, is there a particular song or?
Yes. The Sorva Grand March.
And just kind of, and all of a sudden it starts to play. It definitely has a little bit of a waltz to it, and just holds out his hand gingerly for you to escort him to the dance floor.
Viet is going to lay a hand on Oliver's shoulder and cast Heroism.
All right.
Imbued with bravery until the spell ends, creatures immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier.
All right. So you go out to the middle of the dance floor. Several other people come out onto the dance floor and just kind of encircle in their own little groups around. And everyone has that like in a waltz kind of position, but they're all yet waiting for you two to take up the lead. And there is fear in a lot of their eyes.
Oh, yes. And I do as well as any gnome could to a larger humanoid. Just go out there and lead if he lets me and get right to it.
They're interested in what dance you want to do. They're like, so.
Aha. Well, he's got the fan. He seems to be a little klutzy implementing the fan into the dance. So I am kind of pantomiming a better way to dance with a fan, and kind of urging him to use the same movements, and so that the fan opens up quickly and makes like complementary sounds along to the music.
So almost going into like veil dancing a little bit with it, and or like, okay.
It kind of sounds like if you those wood blocks that you scrape like that.
Oh, okay.
When you whip the fan open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so well, I guess I should be quite honored that you accepted my dance. Is that something you think I should value highly?
With your life.
Oh, of course. And as far as the gem I speak of, I must ask you this. Why do you seem so bored with all the riches that are thrown at your feet here in this place?
Because they're all the same, dear. I said that. It gets boring.
Yes. It gets boring. So
I enjoy new things. And I want them.
Right. So how do you or anybody assign value to any given thing, be it a treasure or a trinket?
By how much I want them.
Good, good. You're on the right path. Now, I'll give you a clue as to this gem, and it is this.
So is this while you're trying dancing?
Yes.
Roll me a performance check to start.
Got it.
God, I love a dance and talk. This is so romantic.
I'm using inspiration.
Can you have advantage from the heroism again?
Sure.
Okay. I used advantage from the heroism, but now I'm using my inspiration.
You get inspiration, you can roll with advantage because you already have advantage for the first roll. So
4 rolls, baby.
Ooh, okay. Nat 20 for a 19.
All right. So very much in the beginning of the dance, as you kind of try to implicate that they are being klutzy in any way for both who they are and also being an Eladrin, seems like not possible. But somehow it's like, oh, that is better. I like it. And starts to follow you along. And as you're dancing, yes, you're having this discussion. Continue. Sorry, I just wanted to establish if we were. And it's like, and the rest of the dancers around and are following
this
along.
Is tango talk. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Viet and Maven are watching. It's like, holy crap, he's pretty good.
Oh, I'm not watching at all.
Oh,
This
you're
is
not watching.
We'll get to that when.
Okay, fair.
This is
Viet's is
James
watching.
Bond level, James Bond level tango talk as a gnome. Yes.
Fair.
Okay. So, did we ever get a name of this person yet?
The host.
You did not. Other than the host. Yeah,
Our
you got the
host.
host.
Okay.
You can call me the host.
Well, gracious host, I'll tell you who I am. I am a relic hunter. I have worked for many institutions, many of them under the purview of the dragon lords and dragon gods themselves, and many other rogue associations. And I've run across many relics that have threads to humanoid history throughout time. And at the core of each, there's a lot of commentary on what is the meaning of wealth and what is the meaning of value. And I found there are only two answers to that. Are you interested?
I'll entertain your lies. Everyone knows there's no history before the dragons.
Of course. Well.
But I'm intrigued at least enough to keep listening, and you're a good dancer.
Oh, thank you. That accolade I value quite highly. Probably more than anything in this room.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
I was like, oh, it seems
Not me swooning. Oh my
nice.
god.
Stop.
Just promise me this. Just promise me this, gracious host. If you are swayed in any way by this gem that I'm about to show you, I ask that you return the fan that my friend gave you.
Roll me roll me a persuasion check to start off with.
Okay. 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's bigger.
How about this? If what you offer is something interesting, I'd be willing to allow you to trade it back. I very much like the fan, especially now that you've shown me new moves with it. It just does the flourish, you know.
Oh.
Of course. All right.
Maven, what are you doing during this?
I am looking for the gem.
I'm looking for the gem.
This is the distraction. This is the perfect distraction for me to kind of. I'm, interested, but I'm.
So, are you staying where you're at? Are you trying like that's like where are you looking?
I'm
what are
still
you doing?
standing by the offering table, and I think I'm looking through it. I don't know if I'm touching it though yet.
It's a important distinction.
Yeah, I know. I think here's what I'm gonna do.
In the meantime, Viet's leaning on the table, occasionally picking up a piece and licking it just to see what it tastes like.
Just distractedly, just like.
Yeah.
I grabbed the gem out of my hair, and I think I yoink one out of Viet's beard. Maybe. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And
careful of the moths, Maven and corpse flower.
No, they can't hurt me. They love me. Love is the best antidote, Viet. Don't you ever forget. I hate that I said that, but I'm gonna roll with it. I am gonna feign like I am trying to find a spot on this treasure pile to place my gems for maximum light catchability.
And just trying to move some stuff around.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll me an investigation check.
Okay. That's a 10. Good.
It's not bad.
It's not good.
right in the middle.
Yeah.
So
fair.
as you start to kind of look around and roll me a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah.
Because there are, servants and,
Yep.
know,
All right. First one was a 16. Second one was a 19. So we'll go with that.
perfect. So as you're looking even, and like there is a moment when like you're like kind of moving a cup and like a few things start to shift and someone starts to like, you just see like one of the servants just starts to like look in your direction and you just immediately lift your head and just look at, oh, right then Oliver like dips, the host and it was like, he's like, oh, just everyone claps. And you're not seeing, I mean, like some sort of crystal kind of shaped thing. Like there's lots of things that are crystal,
Yes.
but they are, mundane, like, crystals,
Right.
Nothing that would be like, that is obviously the thing that I am looking for. Cause the other two that like, that's obviously it's perfectly cut. It has, like a little seal on it. Like, yep, that's a thing of authority in some way.
For sure.
You're not seeing anything like that on the table.
Okay.
Back to Oliver.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yep. That's all right. We're just going back and forth. Oliver, you just got done dipping the host.
Yes. It just occurs to me that you have a trinket that you feel is of value to you. You got what you made the transaction for. We had our dance, so maybe our discussion is complete, and clearly you're not interested in anything else.
Nothing that I've seen. I mean, this dance was nice, but I'm sure I could find others.
Of course.
Nothing that I have is worthy of revealing your hidden little secret that so far is in some way based on lies. Why should I care? As they now dip you.
So you agree, nothing you have is of value to me.
Nothing you could afford.
No, nothing you have is of value to me. See, there's only two ways.
By the way, roll me a deception check real quick. Sorry, because we both know that's a lie.
I don't know. I kind of believe you because you're more interested in knowledge and lore.
Yeah, but you're all here for a thing.
I mean, that's true, but who knows if
it's a lie.
I got a 9.
Okay. I rolled a low insight check on you. So they get the hint of like, you're not 100% above table when you say that. Like, there's nothing you have that interests me. And it's like, but then why are you here? Like, why are you at my party? Why are you entertaining me? Like, of course, look at me. Of course, there's something you want from me.
But what if there isn't?
See,
there is only two ways that beings establish value of anything on this world. You either accept the value that is ascribed to it by authority, such as gold coins, gems, treasures, or you find the value for yourself by sitting and living in the world you occupy and deciding for yourself what is of value. This is the gem that I found in all of my relic hunting adventures. And this is the gem that's driven many almost mad. And indeed, I know you don't believe that there's nothing of value for me here, but what if it's true?
Kind of coming to a halt during the dance, and you have this look staring into each other's eyes where it's like, I think like there's a moment of like realization in his eyes. So it was just knowledge. just some little nugget of your own little experiences?
Okay, so
How
while I'm glaring like coquettishly into his eyes, and he's struggling with this, do I notice if he's got like the gem on him or anything?
I'll give you a perception check or investigation check, seeing as you've been dancing.
Wandering
And you're
hands.
very close.
Dipping.
With advantage.
Handsy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he'd be hurt if you weren't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was ugly.
It's like, there's nothing you want, then get your hand out of my pocket. You know?
23.
23? No. There is nothing that is so like you've already seen two. There is nothing that seems like, oh, there it is, or oh, it's like, is that a crystal seal in your pocket, or are you just happy like nothing?
Oliver,
you know,
giving any kind of signal about this, or I'd like to roll an insight check just to see.
Absolutely.
This is gonna go great.
Woo!
I'm watching them. It's a 19.
You definitely see like this moment where, like, I mean, you tell me. I mean, from the outside spectator, it could almost look like, oh, this is when they're gonna kiss. Like, it could be like there's that kind of intense gaze for a second, and then they start to exchange quiet words, and like you're right at the cusp of this is about to go kind of south for everything that Oliver's been saying, because just a material girl,
looking to see. Okay, so no look of triumph, or
it's right on the edge. Well, I'd say it's like right at that moment where you just see like one last look, whether he had been handsy the entire time and then giving one last look as they're having this thing of like, huh, like this kid, and then just a briefest look maybe of just like, shit, it's not here, you know, like.
Fiat's gonna look at that. Just glance over at the throne.
I
Took a quick look around
just
to see if
Roll me a
anybody's.
perception check.
it's right where his butt goes.
22.
22.
I like that.
At the throne, there is obviously the very ornate gold encrusted, you know, throne. There is a wine glass. There is a little pitcher with wine, obviously in it. It's encrusted, you know, with all kinds of jewelry and filigree, and beyond that, other than the little table next to it with the wine glass and the pitcher pouring into it, and a decanter. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. And both of those are made of crystal as well, but they also have gold filigree on them. And
there's no little pillow or anything that he would have stashed it behind or something as he's sitting there.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. Vit will go look. We'll look out at the dance floor at Oliver, and if Oliver's looking his way at all, we're just gonna shrug.
So just like, how boring. Just words. Just
okay, so while he's flabbergasted, I'll kiss him and then back off and say,
roll me performance.
18.
Okay. So you kind of go into another dip,
Gorgeous.
Uh-huh.
kiss deeply,
Do,
and then
do hands
stands
discover
up,
nothing still?
slaps you in the face, and this dance is over, and starts to walk away and just looks back at you over his shoulder with a little bit of like, you know?
Does he get the fan? Gets the fan out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just perfect. Yeah, and just goes back. It's like, how crude. And just continue dancing, and just goes back up to the throne, and you can just see his, and just
Okay.
Oh, you humble. I'm still standing by the throne, right?
You were by the table of the altar.
Okay. Is that near the throne?
I mean, there's a separation. You gotta go up a couple stairs, but like not far. You're right
Okay.
there.
I think. So, to clarify, it's not on the throne, not on the table.
I will say at this moment, especially being flabbergasted and just, oh my gosh, how dare you kiss me? And like in that moment,
Oh, dare.
because you're all looking as well. And they don't seem to be hiding it well. Instead of the dainty little, they actually tip to take a good drink, and you can see the shape of the bottom of the wine glass. And it's got that little embossed filigree where it's like, that's it.
Cool.
All three of you kind of like, and then look at each other like, yeah, that's definitely, of course, that's what it was. Of course, that's,
Okay. Okay, I got to keep the distraction going then. Okay, so I just got slapped. He's up there, just trying to, shake it off.
Just how aghast.
Let
I'm
me wing woman you.
Okay. Yes, I'm glaring at him, still smiling. And after he slaps me, I'm just gonna brush it off and so
Never wash this cheek.
yeah, I'll invite Maven to dance and make him jealous.
Oh. As I walk past, I go, I'm being summoned. Our humble host. Is that a blush I detect on your cheeks? It suits you. And I go.
Both of you roll me another performance.
Okay. 15.
I'm not good at that.
14.
14. Okay. Maven?
I got a 15.
15. So as you say that, and they're just like, just shaking their head, you two start to pick up the dance, and you do just immediately from the other dancers, and it's just like, someone's lost a step, it looks like. Of course, when you have a shoddy partner, what do you expect? Like, just immediately everyone turns catty, and you see the host up there just like, indeed, like with all their little clique friends and being like, yeah, look at that hussy,
I love it. No, I'm here for it.
Viet will lean over towards the host. You were a better dancer.
Roll me a persuasion check.
17.
Not even looking at you, just be like, you goddamn right I was.
Oliver is good partner. With the right partner.
Well, of course, with me, anyone's a little better.
Oh, yes.
Do you dance?
Me? No, I'm having the two of the feet.
Do they work?
Yes.
Sets down the glass and just grabs you and just starts to pull you onto the dance floor.
Moss aflutter.
Oh my God, this is my dream.
And all of a sudden the crowd splits. The music shifts and it turns into a high school dance-off.
This is so good.
You got it. Ooh, baby. Just straight out there. So, Viet, you're going to roll a performance check. You get advantage right now.
Mutter under his breath. With advantage?
Right now, yep.
And he's going to mutter, maiden, help me. Little girl, help me. This requires divine intervention, I think.
Are you as you kind of pray, because it's like you are having that moment of like, oh my god. Yep. You need to tell me if you felt a little divine, like, I got you, boo. Like, would you just follow it and use a spell slot if it kind of guided you towards like here's a thing you're not used to, but let me show you?
Sure.
All right. You suddenly are going to get where is it?
I was just casting guidance, but we can amp this up.
No.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, use you're gonna get the equivalent in a more performance based for the sake of this. Enhance ability, the cat's grace with a little dash of eagle splendor. And like just guide you. All of a sudden your feet just suddenly feel a little bit more easy to move. Like there's a
Feel
rhythm in your
as
feet.
light and joyful as a little girl dancing.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And so now you like even more. So now you can use we'll just say for the sake of this, because I know your charisma is not amazing, you can use your dexterity in place of your charisma bonus for a performance check.
Okay.
Ooh.
I will take that.
So you feel a surge of like the maiden giving you of like, all right, I'm gonna show you how to dance, just don't fight me on this, and we're gonna go with it, you know.
Okay. So roll with advantage, add my dexterity modifier.
Instead of your charisma modifier for the
Instead of my
performance check.
charisma, do I get my guidance as well? My D4?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I'm gonna throw this thing, so you guys are gonna look great.
You rolling at 20?
Yes. A 10 and a 20.
Woo.
A 1 on the D4, plus 2 for my dexterity, so 23 total.
So, however,
Mm.
Maven, as you're dancing, and all of a sudden you see the host come down, and you see like, are we in a dance off? Like,
We are.
like
Oh, we
yeah,
are.
and it's like, and Maven, you're starting to have
Followed
the thought
shortly
like,
by, Viet can dance?
that's coming. Maven's like, we got this. We'll just throw it. You know, like you both start to have the look of like, we just make them happy. That'll be a distraction. Perfect. And all of a sudden, like Viet grabs the wrist and just spins the host multiple times. And there's like a whip crack, and then coming back, rolling and onto his knee. And he has a rose in his mouth. And and it's like, holy shit, he can dance, you know? And you both are like, I don't think we can throw this because it's not possible right now.
No.
And they start to do the forbidden dance that meets the tango, that meets the lambada, and then stop and both kind of just like, and what do you have, you know? And everyone in the audience, there's no clapping, there is no, like, everyone's like,
Okay.
Oh.
I whisper in Oliver's ear. Okay, I think we're gonna need to bring in the big guns, and I'm gonna try to communicate with Sentry.
okay.
Wait a
Roll.
second.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh,
You could dump me for them and be like,
that that may be okay.
It'd be
But,
fine. What are we doing there?
Okay. Maybe hold on for now.
No, what? Okay, yeah. Well, hold
So-
never mind.
just-
Never mind.
Just clarifying the goblet with the gem. Where is that?
That'd be right next to the throne.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I don't know if we're gonna top these moves that they have. That's quite the skills they got. But what I am gonna do, keep tangoing with Maven. I'm gonna send her into a twirl, and that shadow dress is going to unravel a bit and recoil. So she'll be a yo-yo a couple of times, and we're gonna do that little flourish every once in a while. But on the last one, it doesn't seem to go too well. The whole shadow dress just comes off and stays off and just disappears behind her. But actually, it, as the shadow creature, goes over to the throne, conceals the goblet in shadow, and kind of slowly oozes back onto Maven.
Okay.
This is the best. I love it.
I love this too. Would you be willing
Maven has a new
to
bustle on the back of her dress. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maven
no.
is like this right now.
Yeah.
That-
And the
It
cup is
It looks
right
like
here.
oops, embarrassment. Ah.
I am fully engaged in all of this. I love this because so would you be willing to I don't know, put any down payment on this, because I feel like a roll should be definitely here unless you want to spend something. Anything.
Yes.
Can I
yes.
spend something?
Yes. No.
I
No.
feel-
My heisty resource point needs to get burnt.
Okay, so you have spent time working with this spell
Yeah.
to actually not just make it something that is, you know, an ally in battle, or but also almost like how people like can learn how to do mage hand and make it invisible and actually use that cunning action, things like that, where it's like really manipulate it. You're kind of combining the two ideas, and so yeah, that would be worth it. And so it finally comes into play as like the Viet and the host are both like what do you got, you know, like just a little breathless. And then you two start going into your dance, and immediately there's murmurs of just like clumsy, you know, just things like that. And then suddenly you just, you know, whip her out. She goes spinning as the shadow starts to leave her and then come back, and you catch her and do it again. And each time it seems like it stretches out a little bit longer and then comes back. And then the last time you whip her out, she goes spinning and comes to a stop, and the shadow just like keeps going. And she's just like, and everyone, you know, just starts to laugh and point and just like, oh, of course they couldn't keep the act together. Oh, you know, just laughing at you. And immediately the host is going to grab you by the beard, Viet, and just kiss you deeply.
Steal the show.
And then come back and be like, we showed them, and you're so light on your feet. Well done. Gives you a smack on the butt, and then starts to walk back towards the throne.
You learn many things in prison.
Oh my god, this is everything I've ever wanted.
As like everyone's laughing and pointing, and you see them start to like that kiss, the slap on the butt, and start to turn and walk away. You make one last kind of like, you're like, oh crap, he's going back. But as you look up at the throne, Maven, you see the wine glass is already gone. And then as the floor, it almost looks pathetic, almost like it's like, I'm so sorry, crawling back. All these little fragments of shadow come back and start to climb up your legs and start to form around. And it's not even just the most elegant dress anymore. Now it's just like a shame shroud.
Cinderella. Post-minute Cinderella dress. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just immediately, let me just roll, because I'm going to do it with a disadvantage, just for the fact of they are thoroughly impressed with themselves and happy. However, I rolled high enough. I need you to roll me a deception check just for all of this. And I'll even say advantage. You spent something to have things happen. It was a good, and the dance with Viet was amazing. So deception with advantage to see, to compete against what I rolled for if they notice the goblet's gone.
Do I have any bonuses still?
Just at this point, for what this would be just your deception.
14.
Okay. So that is just under. So as they get up there and everyone's laughing and tells you all to like, just go, get out of here. You're trash. You're trash. And you all just like start like, except you yet. Like they're just like, that was amazing. Like, where did you like, what prison? Like where? And Oliver and Maven, you're kind of like, that crowd is like cutting you off from Viet and starting to like, just get out of here.
That's what I want. I want them to get me out of here. So this is perfect.
Yep. Viet, like I said, you're cut off and you are being separated because you're fabulous.
The diamond of the season.
And then you do hear, and I can't do it myself, but I've heard it once before, of that sound of like, it's not the sound of someone who's like pretentious, who's like eating soup, but it's that deep breath in when someone who is pretentious and makes almost that sound as they are just aghast as they are about to breathe in, and it just turns into like as they just realize something is amiss. Where is my goblet? And everyone, the music like everyone stops and turns and looks. And then you hear like 200 people's necks turn back and looking at you, Oliver and Maven.
Don't look at me. I just got naked.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So how have we gotten through the crowd? Are we in the middle of the crowd?
You're most of the way. You're most of the way.
Like, okay.
You can see the stairs. They're over there.
Okay. Sorry, Maven. The dress has other things planned. So
I get it.
I get it.
Shadow Spirit will just remove
Like
itself.
Maven and keep running.
I'm totally fine being.
It'll remove itself from
Don't
Maven,
care.
keeping that form as much as possible, but still a shadow, and use its dreadful scream ability. So each creature within 30 feet of it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. And yeah.
Of my naked body. They freak out. They're like, oh God.
Well,
she's
the idea is like the
real."
focus is on the shadow, so
I know.
your naked body gets away.
Love
So
it.
yeah, and that's the thing, just for timing and for using this ability. So as you two stop and look at the whole crowd, look down and then look down towards the throne and then look back at you, and you like, what? And you see their eyes going just past you, Maven, and you turn around and you see like the shadow going like trying to keep going, and then turn around and then just like almost explode into like snakes and all kind of what's her name? Turns people to stone. Medusa, like just shadow, like and just takes off running. I just did a general roll. These are all normal, mundane humans in the area, like peoples. And so like they all are just like and just start running and pushing back away from both of you as the shadow's right there behind you and then takes off towards the stairs.
Does the shadow have the cup?
Maybe from your perception, Oliver, yes, the shadow has the cup.
My intention would have been it would hand it off to Maven. But
did you?
If I'm naked, no, I need to be innocent here. So I'm totally fine with the shadow running away. In fact, yeah, I'm like this, and I'm gonna sprint for the bathroom and go get my clothes.
But you're in the bag that Viet has. But yes.
Oh shit! Yeah, they are, aren't they? Okay, I'm just gonna run.
You just cover up and then screw it.
Yeah, honestly, who cares?
We're going streaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Maven didn't seem to want to hold on to the cup, so
I guess I didn't have
Oliver is going to have to fumble for it as it falls out of the shadow and Maven.
Oh wait, I thought the shadow had it. It doesn't. It can't hold stuff. No, it can.
It can. Otherwise, that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying. My intention was for the shadow to pass it.
Oh, I can grab it. I can grab it
as you were wearing it again.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna run away.
So yeah, you start to run. You run right back into the shadow. It turns back into a this time more of like a spy cat suit and everything. And off the glass, and now you're just sprinting towards the stairs.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm gonna see how well lit is this corridor that we're going back to.
It's well lit all the way up to about. The first third of the stairs is well lit, and then it gets dark as you go up until you get up to the bridge.
Okay, great. I'm gonna sprint my little heart out.
Okay, roll me athletics check.
Okay, I will.
Good.
Do
Ask
that. Good. I'm glad.
Good. Do it. You think I'm
It's a 10.
scared?
It's a 10. One's a 10.
They're running. Viet. However, I assume, are you trailing behind as well? Are you running?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm running.
Roll me an athletics check too.
Sorry, Viet.
23.
23. With his little feet, he just starts to outpace you.
Yeah, he's slapping me. I'm gonna pass the goblet off as you pass me, since you're obviously going faster.
However,
Okay.
do you accept the goblet?
Yes.
Okay.
I accept it. I try to hide it on my person.
Perfect. Yeah, you've got a lot more pockets than I do.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
I do. Yes.
I do.
Viet.
Viet is going to try to catch the eye of the host. He's going to hold his hand out in the graduate moment, like just kind of a look like, come with us.
Oh
Adventure
my
awaits.
god!
Are you being sincere? Or is this more of like, I don't know what else to do? Come
Do
with?
it.
Like,
I hope he
because
means
it's either
it.
a persuasion or it's a deception. I need to know with
Like he could come with us if he wants to leave all this behind. Like it's kind of just
Find
like
true
shrug, like,
value in friendship. Be stronger
right.
together.
roll me a persuasion. A normal persuasion check.
And does he still get to use his dex modifier?
No. This like divinity immediately left his body as he
I
holds out his
know.
hand.
23.
Or maybe not. I'm gonna roll against you.
We have a
For
new
this one.
NPC, everybody. We don't have a name for him yet.
I
Your
do.
hostess.
All right. He has a very high charisma, and I rolled a natural 17. So as you hold out your hand, you just see this moment, and then taking the fan and flipping it out and flipping it back together. I
Get
break
away.
your heart. And just basically it's like, I'm not coming. I'm too good for you.
Viet would
Remember
I think
me.
Viet would actually have like a moment of it would have been fun. And he's gonna spin and dash out. Or it would have been worth it. It might have been worth it. You spin and dash out.
Oh my god, the romance.
New fan fiction.
I'm writing it in my head as we speak.
As you like, you'll just like, get them, and then you just quietly run, you fool. You know? So let's just do a real quick skill check challenge as servants now, and bodyguards and manservants are going to try and get in the way. Literally, the whole objective of this is to get out. This is not a super hard one, seeing as you are dealing with mundane people. This is not, supernatural creatures in your way or dragons or anything like that. I see your hand. Hang on.
Yes.
I won't forget you.
I know.
I know.
I just have questions.
Well, I'm setting the terms, so maybe I'll answer them as we go. Stop it. Stop. I'm looking for a sheet of paper and I don't have one. I found one. So the objective is to obviously get out of the stairway. Obviously, for the rules of our skill check challenges, you have to use anything that is proficiency based. So you have to have proficiency in that skill. You cannot reuse the same one twice in a row, and you cannot use the same skill as the person who just went before you. That being said, as long as you can advance the story forward and how you're escaping and continuing that goal, you will need 5 successes to win this skill check challenge, or 3 failures. Now, what is your question then, Maven?
Is the bathroom attendant that I bonded with in the crowd? And if so, is he on our side?
You will have to see and wait.
Okay, because
Right
that'd be
now,
awesome.
you don't see it.
Okay. I'm not looking.
He
I'm
just
running.
throws a whole bowl of mince out on the floor. It's just like, take that.
I love it.
Here's the thing. If you want to describe that and can give me a skill that would use that and all that, just remember to leave the description into the success or failure part of it.
Yep.
And then we find out whose team he's actually on.
I love that. Okay. Yeah.
Give me a second to set the DC.
I only have 3 skills I'm proficient in though, so.
All right. So everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
23.
13.
12.
I go first.
All right. Top of the round, Maven. You are running behind Oliver. You've got a shadow cat suit.
And I look awesome.
Hot.
Skull rolled an 8.
Oh,
The
great.
Everyone roll
Rolled it.
initiative.
Perfect.
That's
That
for the marbles.
Yeah.
He's the attendant.
Yeah, the attendant, depending on how Maven describes things, may get initiative.
I hope so. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. So my initial thought was to wild shape and use nature to just like book it up the stairs. But I really like the idea of that bathroom attendant who kind of seemed like an anarchist on our side. So I'm going to okay. I'm going to use perception. The reason I am is if I can see them, I want to kind of give them a look of like, now's your chance to help us. If I can pick them out of the crowd.
Persuasion. That'd be more persuasion.
I am not
to,
proficient in that.
Okay.
So instead, I think I'm going to go with my original plan.
Okay.
Which is nature.
Nature. Okay.
And I would like to wild shape into a crow. Or a deadwood crow. You know, nasty turkey vulture.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. You're not. This isn't a combat form. Yeah. This is just a form. Never mind. So roll me that beautiful nature.
18.
18. That is a success. So as you are running, all of a sudden you start to form into a crow, and then accentuating the form of the tail feathers and the wings, all this shadow drapes and streams off of you, fluttering like streamers behind.
Gorge.
There's a lot more of the shadow now than you, so it's just trying to make it work, you know? And you start to lift up above the crowd. You're still maintaining your same speed, but at least now the people aren't going to start to close in and be a problem for you. So that is one success. Oliver.
Okay. I would like to use, I'm concentrating on the shadow spell. So I've got my head in bullet time, basically trying to keep track of where Maven is to keep this shadow on her. And then suddenly she turns into a raven. So I'm hoping I can.
If someone knows off the top of their head, just to make sure, is wild shape take concentration?
You can maintain something in concentration while
perfect.
you go into wild shape.
Just making sure. It just popped in my head. I'm like, oh wait, because she's
can't
concentrating
cast,
on
yep.
your.
Yep. She can't cast while she's
Oh no,
in
his
that
cool
form.
outfit.
Yeah. No, you're good though. You're good. Sorry. Continue, Oliver. I apologize.
Okay, so I'm hoping I can use my keen perception here to keep up with what Maven is doing, and then complement it by turning the shadow into roughly Maven's form and make it look like it is going the opposite direction from both me and Maven. Maven's going up, Oliver's going zigging one way, the shadow will zag the other way, to kind of, confuse this crowd.
And using what skill again?
Perception.
It sounds like you're describing a distraction, which to me is either more persuasion or performance or even arcana for the spell side of it. But not perception as much. Not to be a nitpicky.
It's kind of like I'm playing a video game with the shadow, so that's how I justify it as perception.
It's a stretch, but let's go with it.
Okay. All right. 28.
Zooey mama.
I mean, with a 28, I feel like it's too much of a stretch. Let's try something. So that is a success. It is not the most like, definitely the form seems a little bit more glitchy and definitely not as flowy but it's like definitely the split off is orchestrated and done. And I just hate a 28. I just as me as a person hate that you got that. So reluctantly, that's a success.
I love that for you. If it's any consolation.
Wonderful. I value that highly.
Happy to help.
Viet, your turn.
Do not be touching me. These are deadly moths.
It's true.
And what are you doing?
Intimidating them out of my way.
It's right.
Okay. I love this. I'll be honest.
So he's wearing a bomb. He's wearing some moths.
I recognize those moths. That's a deadwood one.
Oh my god.
Okay.
They have to make a nature check against my intimidation just to see. Those are regular moths. Intimidation would be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. And see, that's the thing. No matter what, this won. Because if you failed, they said bullshit, ran up and grabbed you, and then but yeah, that's a success. And immediately, there's a couple of the servants is like, nonsense, there's no such thing. And then all of a sudden, like one of the guests, like, no, I've heard of deadwood moths, highly poisonous and carnivorous. And he's like, really? Is that? He's like, of course it is. Would you doubt me? And just in the discussion, this does be like, I've also heard of them. They're quite beautiful in the wintertime, you know.
Oh, yes, deadwood moths.
And so as you
Viet will look over at the host as he's backing out here. You look dangerous and deadly. As he's
like our feelings.
Oh my god. This game. God love.
Just as they're just like,
oh,
his touch was sweet to me, you know. As however is definitely or not
how
how
faint. Perhaps that kiss was poisoned.
I wish.
I feel it's like if only, you know.
That would liven up this party on murder.
That's unique. It's an experience. So yeah, you as like I've got a bomb are just walking through, just like and slowly making your way towards the stairs. Top of the round, Maven.
Yeah.
A lot's happening behind you.
I'm sorry. That's so funny to me. Okay. Okay.
Every allergy ever. Sorry, I just read that.
Okay, so as I'm crying, as a crow or a raven or a moth, I don't know, I'm a big bird. I am going to use perception to keep our course true. I realize we're kind of just in a hallway. But
I mean, you're hitting stairs, so it feels very much like, well, there you go, up that way.
yeah. I want to see if I could. I wish I was in front, because if I was in front, this perception check would be like I'm scouting.
At this point, you are.
Oh, I am? Okay,
there was
perfect.
the tear off, right, Oliver?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Great. So I am in front. I'm going to use my keen special bird eyes to make sure that there are no assailants in front of us and that the coast is clear. I think we did confirm that these ravens / crows / turkey vultures they see like in heat, so I'm hoping that if I roll good, that will do it. That's a 25. Hot rolls, baby.
I equally disdain you as well.
I got a 19 plus 6.
So
Oh.
I will just say that as your crow form flies, it totally sees the manservant by the stairs who is watching, and just you see his arms out and just all heat as he's in front of you. But that is a success. You see him there. He's, not intimidating by any means. It's just one guy.
I want to claw his eyes out.
Hey, maybe next time.
Yeah, I know.
Oliver, you're up. This could be the final success or the first failure.
Wonderful.
No pressure. Some
Okay.
pressure.
Well, I've got a crowd just coming after me. I need to muster my sprinting ability here. So I'm just gonna, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge my way out of this thing and try to get out of here along with Maven using athletics.
All right. Drop my pen.
Oh, thank God.
19.
19.
Woo!
So you start to just like you change off from your diversion, split off, and just start running straight. And all of a sudden you hear just above you, and you look up, and then you see that maitre d' kind of manservant just standing there. And as you start to pick up speed, you just see him just set his shoulders low, and he's just like, bring it on. And then suddenly from behind, a garrote goes around his neck, and it's a necktie. It's the bathroom attendant. And he's just like, not today.
Power to the proletariat.
Yeah.
As you all start to make your way up, he brushes himself off, and he's like, I'm coming with you. And then 4 guards grab him and drag him away.
Yeah.
But you make it out. You escape.
His sacrifice
Yet
is not in vain.
you casually the entire way are just, touch me. Come on. And they're like, and they look back towards the host. It's like, get him. Don't hurt him. Destroy him. He's dangerous. Like my love. It's just like this. They're confused. They want.
It's going to reach into the bag of holding, grab a handful of pearls, fling them out to the crowd. Remember me fondly, and then turn a swoosh and run up them, and with a wink to the host, and then run up the stairs.
As
As gracefully as a dwarven. Yeah.
There. And all of the wings on the back of the moths are like fluttering. And as you do, the last words you hear is, how dare you let them get away? If anyone touches those pearls, you die. You get to the top of the stairs. Yet you're the last one to arrive. And about this time, suddenly, as you're all like, can you believe
we forgot Quincy? He's gonna turn and start heading down the stairs again.
No, Viet. Hang on, he's coming. I saw him behind me. Don't worry.
Good.
Quincy's good. Quincy's good. He's coming. He's here.
And then
I hope Manny and Fenris are having better luck.
about that time, a greased up
Hot.
Zash and Juniper come like
Slinking up the stairs.
that's the wrong word. More of like just birthed children.
Exhausted.
Just of like
Exhausted.
just like, and they just hold up, and it's like it has like it's like a necklace that has the, and just like and just dripping with like Vaseline and oils and just like, and the second like, are you just and then right then as you both like all 3 of you are kind of giving them a look of like, what happened? Like all of a sudden like Maven, the shadow just melts away. And then all the moths just like, and then
Time's
you all
up.
kind of look at each other and it's like,
Wah, wah, wah.
yeah, from down below the orchestra just wah, 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 wah.
I'm not ashamed of it
Or-
in front of you guys. It's the everyone else. We're crew. It's fine.
And,
But
yeah,
I would
and,
like my robes.
and as you all kind of look at it, you like start to like just the wiping off like into sheets, you know, and putting yourselves back together, taking just a little like brief rest there. Zash just looks to Viet. He's like, I apparently am very good athletically.
Oh.
They called what I did like a dance.
Hmm.
Like
Like
Oh.
a dance. Mhm.
Well done, brother.
Anything interesting for you three?
Nope. Pretty straightforward.
I was not. Viet fell in love with a very
Viet's-
foppity prince. It was very cute.
Touch his lips briefly. And
Oh,
Never
that's so
did.
cute.
Yeah, and Zash will just kind of look like side eye towards Juniper, and she's like, we are not talking about that. And just start to walk further down the bridge.
Oh, she's gonna tell me later.
And that's where we're gonna leave off. 4 seals acquired, 3 to
Hooray.
go, and everything's going so swimmingly it can't possibly fail.
I disagree.
Disagree.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I hope you all enjoyed our I know I did. That was entertaining. There was romance, there was heartbreak, there was intrigue.
adventure, a daring
Drama.
escape,
Nudity.
the uprise of the proletariat, the fall of the
as-
proletariat.
Like terroristic threats.
Yes.
As we close and the camera pans back and starts to fade to black as we end this episode here, it does say like directed by Mortimo.
Oh God. It's his
Co-producer
greatest
Swanky
play.
Dangles.
Co-producer Swanky Dangles. Oh, absolutely. Based on the true events of Swanky Dangles.
Swanky Dangles and the Golden Party.
The
Golden
Golden
Shower.
Chalice.
The Golden
The
Chalice.
golden-
I was gonna say
Ooh.
shower, but yes.
Both are
Chalice
good.
is better.
All right. Thank you all for joining us. I am DM Scott. With me as always.
Killian.
And Mick.
Chris.
Have a great week.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Be good.